Intel's new Core Ultra 9 285 non-K version's performance got leaked. AMD with the 9800X3D processor and its support with the DDR5 motherboards. And NVIDIA with its new app. Welcome ladies and gentlemen to another video of CORNFLAKES Gaming. Welcome to the tech news of CORNFLAKES Gaming. Today is Thursday 19th of October and we have a lot of news coming all the way from NVIDIA, Intel and AMD. I hope you're ready. We'll waste no time and we'll jump right into it. Well, let's start off with Intel. In our previous video of CORNFLAKES Gaming, we saw how Intel is focusing more on power efficiency and lower TDPs, keeping the performance at the same level. They have heavily marketed on being more power efficient rather than faster CPUs. Well, what gets more interesting is what happens to the mainstream, that is the non-K version of the processors. So, as per the leaks, Intel Core Ultra 9 285 will ship with a boost clock of 5.6 GHz, which is 100 MHz slower than the K version. But at the same time, the power limit of the non-K version will be dropped to 65 watts instead of 125 watts in the K version. The power may be varying according to the motherboard settings, and for now we do not know what is the boost clock speed of the non-K version. But at the same time, there is so much to look forward to. Now, as we all know, the Intel Core Ultra 9 285 and the Intel Core Ultra 9 285K processors are 24 core CPUs with the same configuration, except it being 100 MHz slower and having lower TDPs. When benchmarked previously, we saw a score of 3081 on single thread and 14150 on the multi-thread. Quite interestingly, right now when it's again benchmarked at the recent rumors, a leak suggests that the single core benchmark score went all the way up to 3245 and the multi-core benchmark score went up to 20,078. Now, this is like a 5% increase in the single core processor and almost 40% increase in the multi-core. Very obviously, this test must have been performed with the clocks unlocked on the P-core and the E-cores, which would lead to this higher performance. But it does appear that this CPU has a lot of potential. Well, let's switch to Team Red for a second. AMD with its Ryzen 7 9800X3D is being tested on high-end motherboards, such as like the Asus ROG Crosshair X870E Hero motherboard with a 501 BIOS. This CPU, when it's paired with the 32GB DDR5 G-Skill Trident Z5 memories, 16GB being each module, clocked at 8800 memory transfers per second. Now, according to the labeled performance, it is said that it will have 8000 memory transfer per second at 1.45 volts. It seems that we can overclock the transfer speeds to 8800 memory transfer per second at 1.54 volts. Switching cameras for a second, we are upgrading to a better camera. I'm using my iPhone 12 as the main camera from now on, and this might be the final setup for the moment. Last but not the least, we are gonna dive right into NVIDIA. Well, NVIDIA is allegedly planning to launch its app with the RTX series. The main reason why NVIDIA is launching alongside the RTX 50 series is because it has been criticized by gamers and alike about their whole outdated control panel. The criticism revolves around the fact that just to use the control panel and the GeForce experience, every single user have to log in with an login ID. Well, on the other hand, if you see in the case of AMD and Intel, you don't really have to have any kind of login or ID just to use it. They are just, you download the app and it's a standalone software on its own. Well, NVIDIA kind of solved this issue with this new NVIDIA app, where you don't really require any login procedures. In fact, they even integrated both the control panel and the GeForce experience into one single app. With that, NVIDIA also states that the display setting, game optimization and driver management are the key features which are already added to the software. At this moment, the software is at its beta state, but NVIDIA is planning to launch the full-fledged software alongside the RTX 50 series. Well, that is all from my side. I thank you so much for joining CORNFLAKES Gaming Tech News. I hope you like, subscribe and share. I hope to join you on Tuesday. Bye-bye.